So we spent the last week in Nara. We went on a little trip. The only trip we've taken out of Tokyo during this month-long break from class that we've had.
We found that we kind of really needed to not do a checklist. It's more like we needed to do whatever was going to let us recuperate, and for several weeks that was just rest at home for the most part.
Mm-hmm. But eventually we were motivated to get out a little bit, and I'm glad we did.
Going to catch the subway, to catch the Shinkansen, to go see the deer in Osaka.
Not Osaka, but yeah.
Well, in Nara Park, which is near Osaka. Say hello to the peoples.
Then meet a friend.
Say hello to the peoples.
Oh, hello. Getting here was also pretty interesting because it was our first time taking the Shinkansen, which is what they call their high-speed train. They have like a high-speed rail network that kind of goes through the whole country. On a 2-hour train ride, we covered a distance that would have taken 6 hours to drive. So it's a very convenient, affordable way to get places, and you don't need a car. So we are on our first Shinkansen trip. Remarkably smooth and quiet in here as we run along really quickly. It's pretty nice. Like, these are like the regular seats, not the first class, and there's plenty of leg room. So not bad at all. There's no food or drink service, but you are allowed to bring whatever you want with you, and people do. Like, I see some people have already had lunch since we boarded, stuff they bought at the station. There's a beautiful view out the window. I expect we'll see Mount Fuji in another half hour maybe. It's kind of hard to see.
Fuji is shy today, but she is there, behind the clouds. You can just see the snow cap peeking out the top.
So for those of you who don't know or haven't gone, Nara, this is a small town that's very well known for its very domestic deer population. There are, like, the city has a lot of parks, and the parks are full of deer that are perfectly comfortable being around humans.
A little too comfortable sometimes.
Yeah, there's particular places where you can buy crackers to feed them, and the deer get very aggressive. When they see you have the crackers, they'll crowd all around you, demanding to be fed. Like, some will even, like, headbutt you or bite you on the butt.
We got some footage of that. Here's what that looked like.
You're in line to get the deer crackers, and the deer around here are especially aggressive. They know the food is coming from here. They will shake you down for it. If you don't have it, they're going to start nipping at your shirt.
How much? 200 a package. Okay. I have 2 right now. Sure, the 2 packages. So maybe another 2.
They'll surround you and shake you down. Deer mobs in action. Whole herds in this area.
Should I give him one? Here?
Yeah, probably. You're being shaken down.
A little bit. How do I unlock this? Or...
Yeah, they're oh, here they all come.
That's my shirt. Oh, sorry. dusty bow again.
That's the best for
Hey.
It's like I'm bowing.
Guess what? Jimmy hit the button. Definitely, we have to get out of here. We have to get out of here.
So yeah, good times running away from the deer. But didn't always have to run away. The further away you get from the cracker sellers, the more peaceful they are. It's like all the bullies, like all the smart bullies figured out where to go. So
And they figured out exactly how aggressive you're allowed to be. It's too much and people smack you on the face.
well, the shopkeepers will, but
Yeah,
the tourists not as much. I definitely got nipped several times. They have sharp, their teeth. It feels like a sharp pinch.
Yeah,
And he got headbutted.
it's an experience.
And don't forget that they do have horns.
This deserves a video or a couple.
Yeah, so it rained today, so none of the people want to be in the park. So all the deer came to the sidewalk where the people are. Like, there's just deer everywhere in the sidewalk. No food for me?
Do you have food? That's what they keep asking. They're like, do you have food? How about you?
So, according to like the local legends, the way this came about is for a long time, like over 1,000 years, the local shogun government made it illegal to harm the deer. If you hurt a deer, you would be punished by death. Because of that, this kind of deer ecosystem evolved.
And we got a fun tidbit about why everybody wakes up early. Because apparently, if a deer died on your front lawn,
They might think you did it.
yeah, so everybody wakes up really early to check and see if there's a deer there. And if there's a dead deer there, they move it to their neighbor's lawn. Unless that neighbor is up, in which case the deer carcass keeps moving until it finds the house of somebody who hasn't woken up yet.
Mm-hmm. And that person is going to regret that.
Well, not anymore, but...
Not anymore. They pulled it back to life imprisonment, but I don't think they kill you for harming a deer anymore. But the culture is well established in this way, and it's...
The deer can even cross any street whenever they want, and you see the cars just wait.
Yeah, they're like, the drivers are incredibly careful. It's like driving around a college town. You never know when like a drunk freshman's going to come running across the street.
Except it's a herd of deer, so...
Exactly.
Our hosts were very nice. I think they each spent some time in the States.
Yeah, they both, it was like a family that owns a second house and rents it out. And they spoke much better English than we do Japanese, that's for sure.
They were eager to tell us all of the local places to visit.
Yeah, it gave us many, many recommendations, most of which we didn't go to.
Yeah, we did go on a hiking trail, though.
Yeah. Yeah, we went on a hiking trail. We walked all around, found many local coffee shops.
I didn't really try any of the coffee shops, but I marked them for later inspection.
Tried some, local restaurants, We tried a few coffee shops, or / bakeries.
Oh, bakeries, yes. We found, okay, so often we would go to a recommended thing, but anything that caught our attention, we'd turn off and go to it. And that way we found like a bunch of small bakeries that were really quite wonderful. We also did a sake tasting, which was interesting. The sake kind of tastes like nothing with an aftertaste.
Yeah, that was, there was like a sake brewery that dates back to the 1800s, I think.
Something like that.
And they offer tastings of different kinds, and it was all right. It's not a favorite. I prefer beer and wine.
But, worth the try, and we found, again, a bunch of really cool things along the way.
So it's like, if you guys ever get a chance to go, like, I definitely recommend it. The deer are like a very unique sight. It's not like a zoo, like they're just wild animals who are free to come and go, and they do. Like you don't find them in the parks at night. They go deeper into the forested areas, presumably to sleep. We
actually saw a really cool thing. They don't often run, but it must have been like around 5 or 6 p.m. Because we'd met up with some friends of mine to hang out with the deer. And around 5 or 6 p.m., you see this whole herd of them just start bolting all together. And like some of the other, you could tell like there were other herds that like where they're not sure whether they want to join in the run or not. And then eventually they just, we'll wait here a little longer. But like a good third of the deer just went and they're gone. And we assume they went back to the forest.
I think that's about all. We're heading back to class next week. So that's exciting, but we got some good rest and we did good study over the break as well.
We've been drilling all of the JLBT level 5 words, preparing for the test.
So there's a government administered test of Japanese proficiency called the JLBT. It's like many foreigners who live here are familiar with that word, because there's like, if you're hoping to like get a job or attend university here, like there are certain proficiencies that they'll expect. There's like 5 tiers of tests where like number 5 is the most basic. It's the like, are you not a complete fool? And that's the one we're going to take in a couple months. So it's kind of a stretch goal for us, but hopefully we do well. And then there's like 4, 3, 2, 1 that we're at number 1. It's like basically full proficiency. It's like taking
almost college academia level.
Yeah, more or less. It's like taking the SAT reading section, except in Japanese.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to go for N1, but I think we can handle N5 at this point.
There's a good chance of it. There are tricky things like there's a listening comprehension section, and they'll only play the dialogue once. So you've got to be really paying attention because like it'll just blow past. And they love trick curveball questions where it's like imagine somebody's like going out shopping and the shopkeeper asks them, so do you want the short socks or the long socks? And the customer answers, oh, I want the long socks. And then the shopkeeper will actually come back and say like, oh, I'm sorry, we're sold out of the long socks, and then of course the customer will answer, I'll take the short socks in that case. So if you just heard the first part and stopped listening, you'll say the customer got the long socks and you'll get it wrong. And they routinely do questions in that pattern to check if you're really understanding what you're hearing. So it's and because you only get to hear it once, it's a little bit tricky, but it's kind of a rite of passage for people living here, and it's our turn now.
Well, that's pretty much it. We're headed into beginner 4 next week, so
we have plenty of footage and photos of our time, so enjoy.
Johnny.
Ja.
Hey there, buddy. You're big.
Is that a koi?
It's gotta be.
Some of them are huge. Ready?
Mm-hmm. There's a turtle over there. We've been trying to toss pellets in his area and let him eat. We've gotten him like 4 or 5 pellets before the carp would bully him away.
Yeah.
There's his little head sticking out. Oh, I think he sees that one.
Did you get it?
I can't tell. Oh, he saw that one.